What is something you did as a child that you now realize is very inappropriate? I had older sisters. I would find these telescopic white paper tubes in the bathroom whilst a basket. I would pretend I was a pirate and it was my telescope. I would run around the house looking through the telescope. My mom or sister always took it away but never said why. I was a grown man when I saw a girlfriend throw one out and had a flashback and realized I was playing with a tampon applicator. They sometimes has red stains on them. Damn, your fam did you dirty, literally, for not telling you why. Lucky you didn't get an infection or something. I once peed on a tree in front of the school door when I was 10. Assert dominance. If I had Reddit gold I'd give it to you, ya beautiful bastard. You are such a beautiful bastard too. Beautiful bastard. I used to call black people colored people because I thought it sounded prettier. Were you a kid in 1920? Nope, and I in fact had a lot of black family members and no one corrected it for a while. I accidentally walked in on my male cousin, I'm female, peeing when I was like 5 and he was 7. I thought it was weird that his privates didn't look like mine. Next time I went over to a female cousin's house I asked her about it and we were both confused, so we went into the bathroom together and compared genitals. Our moms walked in on us sitting naked on the floor together with our legs spread and freaked out. Me, being an innocent child, had no idea what we did wrong. I don't remember what happened after that, but I do know I got in big trouble for it. I think a lot of people who are being honest will admit to similar things, with or without the freaking out parents, happening when they were kids. I described my first boner in super detail to my dad, because I thought it was a fun anecdote about a time I held my pee for too long. Lol. That was not your first boner. Babies get boners all the time. As someone about to give birth to my first son, I'm terrified of this. When I was 10, 12ish I would run around in the woods with my older brother and his friends. 13, 14ish. I would always take my shirt off because they would take theirs off. I didn't have boobs yet and I didn't think there was a difference. Looking back on it though, I had a strange habit of rubbing myself when sitting on a chair. Slapped my swim coach's butt. Plot twist, it was a dude. It was a dude. I'm a girl. I masturbated since I was 4. I have no idea how I discovered it. I just liked it and only found out what it actually is when I was like 13. I was a very protected kid. Same, so my parents always just called it fidgeting and told me not to do it in front of other people. Yeah, I started really young, before I knew what it was, and even did it in class at school. Looking back I shiver at the thought of what the teacher must have been thinking. Feel up the mannequins in clothing stores. To this day, I still nod at them whenever I enter a store with one of my victims. Lol. This is hilarious. And so true. But mostly hilarious. And true. One day some of my parents' friends came to visit us with their kids, and I don't know how we got there, but the 4 of us, the 2 kids, my sister, and me, all undressed in my room and started dancing around while fully nude. Look up how to make a bomb. I did the same thing. I'm pretty sure they're probably on a watch list. Went to use a public bathroom, and I didn't know if someone was in one of the stalls. So I got on the floor and looked under it to see if someone was in there. An elderly woman was, and she was furious. I ran out and started crying, pretending that I was a wolf, and got the other boys in daycare also playing wolf, where we would have fights to see who would be alpha, but we would only be allowed to move on all 4s and growl/bark. I watched a lot of Animal Planet. Run around ass naked. Still do it, but only when I'm alone. Now. Walked around just casually saying teabag. We were at a ball pit, and I hit my brother over the back of the head playfully. Turns out he just looked similar. When I was about 5 or 6, I would take photos of my private areas with the camera my entire family used. About 5 years later I realized possession of child pornography was a serious crime, and I was glad that I deleted the pictures about a week after I took them. I used to touch my grandma's tits because that was the only way I felt asleep. Looking back, I did a lot of weird things, including showing my mom how to kiss. Daydream about getting fucked by my coach. When I was 8, me and my cousin of the opposite gender would lay down together and kiss mouth to mouth. We were clothed and all. We did it multiple times on a swing in a public playground with other people. I don't know how our parents didn't notice. Peeing outside the house. I live a lot closer to other houses now, and the neighbors seem to frown on it. Walk around in my mother's friend's home with my wee out after a bathroom break. I once entered my neighbor's backyard while they were grilling because I wanted to play with her. Then I said this gem when she refused. I'm older than you, so I'm in charge. I was a total dumbass as a kid. Thank the almighty big guy above she doesn't remember. She remembers. God, I hope not. When I was in kindergarten, me and my best friend built guns out of Lego and ran around playing like killing others. After that, the kindergarten teacher immediately called our parents and advised them to get us checked by a psychiatrist. Really? When I was growing up, had a 3-mile square area all us kids came from. We'd meet up on a little forest mountain and play war with BB guns, no aiming for the head. Watching my friend's sister naked through her bedroom window at night. I flipped the bird pointing at myself because I failed a quiz. I didn't know that no matter where you point it, the deaf kid will be offended.